For everybody who on a little journey and doing your stuff with law, estate or trust, whatever you trying to do, credit, whatever, learn procedure. Learn how to handle your business procedurally. I don't care what you handle it. Learn and know how to handle it procedurally. For the most part, we was born knowing law already. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You know when something ain't copacetic. You know when you being played. You know when they ain't doing something right. Even if it's just morally. But if you know procedure, you know how to hold it against them. You can know law and not know procedure. You ain't going to get nowhere. It's like a hit or miss. But once you learn procedure, because if you learn procedure, you're going to automatically know how to apply rules, laws, statutes, and codes against them, whatever, terrorists, whatever. Learn how to operate procedurally. That's the key. You can have all the trust in the world. You can have estate planning. You can have all that stuff set up. But if you don't know how to operate procedurally, you ain't doing nothing. I had one person told me recently that I avoided probate just by signing the stuff over to my kid's name. Yeah, for your state, it might have worked. You might have avoided probate because that might have been your estate. But guess what? Ain't nothing protected because you put it in your kid's name. Your kids don't know nothing about procedure. So what if a debt collector or anybody come after them and try to sue them? Something happened and they don't know court procedure. Whatever you gave them is going to be attacked. It ain't protected. So it's just like, yeah, you can do a lot of things without knowing procedure. But if you don't know procedure, bruh, you messing up. Like, you can think you just applying law, you know procedure. Like I said, it's a hit or miss. You can get a remedy, but do you really know why and how you got that remedy? Like, what you might be thinking might not be exactly what you think it is. But if you know procedure, every single time you do something, it's going to be a hit. It won't be no hit or miss. So just don't focus on the law. Focus on procedure. Procedure is everything. Procedure, procedure, procedure. You know what to do, how to do it. So then if something do mess up, you'll know how to fix it. And just won't be like, oh, I thought I was doing this right. I don't care if you're dealing with a credit card, car note, mortgage, unlawful termination. You dealing with a company, you bought something, the product messed up. Just focus on procedure. Because in focusing procedure, you're going to learn what to do lawfully, statutes, codes, whatever, policy. Just follow procedure. State, local, civil, federal procedure. That's the key to the game. You got an estate. You got to trust. Learn how to do things procedurally. If you ain't focused on procedure, nobody teaching you procedure, you in a 50-50 ball club. See, that's the thing. If you ain't following procedure, what you doing eventually going to stop working. Because once you do it over and over, yeah, if anything, they're going to be like, hold up, how we going to stop this? And when they really hone in on what you're doing and you skipping procedures, they're going to start focusing on you not knowing and not following procedure, and it's going to stop. Focus on procedure. That's the key to getting remedy when you're trying to apply a law, a statute, a code, a turf, whatever. It all comes down who's going to follow procedure the best. So if you don't know procedure, you're going to lose against somebody like me, period. No procedure. Follow procedure. That's the key. That's the main missing element. That's what's going to take you over the hill, bruh. Procedure is the beginning, the middle, the end. It's the alpha and the omega. That's the best way to put it. Knowing procedure is like being God, bruh. You can be right and lose. The person can be wrong and win. Just because they know procedure and you don't. That's how serious it is. So you don't want to be in a situation where you right and lose and the other person wrong and win just because you don't know procedure. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. Don't let not having lack of knowledge of procedure be the reason why you lose. Y'all be getting got just because you don't know procedure. So literally, that other party can be dead wrong. But because they know procedure and you don't, they're going to win every single time. I don't care if you know law. If you know law, don't know procedure, the person who is actually wrong can and will win and beat you procedurally. That's the name of the game. The name of the game isn't law. This goes back to what's right and what's wrong. That's law. But do you know how to enforce and hold somebody accountable procedurally? No. Well, guess what? You won't win nothing and you won't prove nothing. And that's how this world is. The bad people win because the good people don't know procedure. Don't be one of those. So if you somewhere and they ain't teaching you procedure, they're talking about trust this, estate that, but you ain't learning procedure, you working backwards and you getting got for your money. Meaning I know all this. First thing I teach people is procedure. I ain't about to teach you about no trust. I ain't about to teach you about no estate. I'm going to teach you procedure because with procedure, you can address anything. A credit card, getting fired wrong, child support, whatever case, whatever situation, as long as you know how to operate procedurally, you got the sauce. You got the mojo. Stop trying to be right. Stop trying to prove somebody wrong when you don't know procedure because you're going to lose procedurally. Don't believe me? Ask check. Exactly this. If I know law but not procedure, is it a guarantee I'm going to win? I bet you're going to think you got a 50-50 chance. Now, you ask me if I know how to follow procedure without necessarily knowing the full law, you probably be at close to 100%. Only because you might not know law, might have you like an 80-75%. But as long as you know procedure, bruh, it's 100% chance you're going to win. People lose not because of not having knowledge, because you actually know what's right and what's wrong. But if you don't know procedure, you ain't getting nowhere. So what I teach my kids, only thing I teach my kids for real, is procedure. I don't care what you got going on. If you know how to follow procedure, you'll be able to apply what you think you might not know, or probably what you don't know if you're doing it procedurally. Period. Because procedure is knowing what somebody's supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, and when you're supposed to do it. And when you focus on that, everything else will line up and fall in place. It's a procedure how this earth works. The sun come up, the sun go down before you see the moon and the stars. That's procedure. The seasons operate in a procedural manner. You plant certain things in a certain season at a certain time. That's no procedure. So you can be the best farmer in the world. If you're not planting your seeds at the right time in the right way, you ain't going to get no crop. So what's the point if you ain't doing it procedurally? So if you ain't following procedure in brushing your teeth, putting the toothpaste on your toothbrush, what's the point of brushing your teeth? You try and cook something, but you ain't got no heat. How you gonna cook? You messing up the procedure. Procedure is everything. I tell you. What they say, put your pants on one leg at a time, put your shoes on one shoe at a time. That's procedure. You can't do nothing without procedure. So learn law, but it's best to focus on procedure because then you'll know how to apply the law or whatever else it is. That's the key. Procedure will save you time and keep you from getting a headache. If you try and cut something while you eat, if you ain't got a fork and a knife, what you doing? You gotta follow procedure. How can you open an unlocked door if you ain't got a key? You got to put the key in before you turn to unlock it. You just can't unlock the door without the key. Follow procedure and everything. The key to remedy, the key to getting results is knowing procedure. Somebody run up on you with a gun, you put your hands up or you lay down, right? Follow procedure, Mo. Stop being oblivious to the procedure. That's it. I don't even know what other way to say it. You can't drink a bottle of water or a bottle of juice unless you open it first, right? That's procedure. So you can't get the benefit of quenching your thirst unless you follow the procedure to open up that bottle. Procedure, procedure, procedure. Peace to the gods.